start? Or sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So I'm Misha. I'm a senior at California High School, and this is my third year on the DYC. Or yeah,
You're a senior at Cal High?
yeah.
Okay. And
I'm Matthew. I'm a freshman this year at SRV. Uh, yeah, just at SRV down there. And, I love being part of the DYC to be able to do things like this and kind of connect with others. Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm an eighth grader at Diablo Vista Middle School, and I'm also just excited to interact with people like you.
Okay. Before we get started, Cal High, you missed hearing me last year. I speak to the junior class every year at Cal High
I
for
remember. Yeah, I
20 years.
you.
And
I think you did it with the A-push classes usually. I believe.
I think we hit every class
Oh,
in the
really?
junior class. Okay. So, yeah, and because of the virus,
Yeah.
we lost it all. So let's get started. What do you want to know?
Just a general question to start off. So, where were you born?
Okay, let me give you a brief rundown myself, and it will answer probably a lot of your questions. Okay. My name, it's Bill Green. I've lived here in Alamo for since 1977. I came back from Vietnam in 1969. Let's start back further than that. I was born and raised in San Francisco. I graduated from high school in 1965. I went directly into college, although I didn't make it in college. Okay. Somebody forgot to tell me I was supposed to study. It seemed I majored in fast cars, pretty girls, and beer, and that's not a good major to have in college if you want to stick around. I dropped out of college and I tried to join the Army in May of 1967. I was joining for the Special Forces, Army Infantry, and I was refused enlistment because I had asthma. They would not take me. 2 months later, I was drafted into the United States Army. Now, come on, we can laugh at that. Stop
Yeah.
me thinking how ironic that is.
Irony right there.
Okay, I got drafted, I got to basic training, and I volunteered once again, infantry airborne. This is what I wanted to do, okay? If you're gonna make me a soldier, make me a real soldier. I didn't wanna be a cook, clerk, a truck driver. Give me a gun, I wanted to fight. I was all of 19 years old at the time. Went to Vietnam in January of 1968 after I completed all my training. I served 1 full year in Vietnam. I got there 2 weeks before the Tet Offensive. My first 6 months in Vietnam, I walked point. I was a point man for the 3rd Squad of the 3rd Platoon of Alpha Company of the 198th Light Infantry. During that time of walking point, during those first 6 months, I was wounded twice. During my tour in Vietnam, I received 2 Bronze Stars, 2 Purple Hearts. I was shot down in 3 helicopters. None of my wounds were from the shoot downs. I walked away from all 3 crashes. After 6 months in Vietnam, I rose to the rank of sergeant, and I took over the 3rd Squad of the 3rd Platoon. January of 1969, I completed my 1-year tour in Vietnam, and I was sent back home. During my tour in Vietnam, my fiance, after 9 months, I took what's called an R&R. R&R is rest and recuperation is what it stands for. And the military would send you to different ports of your choice. I chose Hawaii, and my fiance met me there, and we got married. We had a short 3-day honeymoon, and I returned to the war for my final 3.5 months. Okay. Peg and I have been married for 52 years now, okay? And she still puts me, thank God. So that's pretty much me. I'm a member of the Vietnam Vets of Diablo Valley, which we are a local group, started in 1991. I served as president 2 years ago. I served a 3-year term as president of the unit. I've been on the board of directors of the Vietnam Vets now for about 15 years. I'm also on the board of the All Wars Memorial, which is located up in Round Hill Park. I'm sorry, Oak Hill Park. Okay. And anyway, that's enough. What questions do you have?
Well, I see that you have all your medals behind you, and I was just wondering which ones are what, and what do they signify?
Okay, so let's turn this so we can get it on camera. Okay, my sergeant stripes. That's pretty much up here in the corner. This is, you got a glare there, you can't see it, I bet. Let's see. Too much?
No.
We're getting a glare. Can you see that?
No.
That's the 109.
Yes.
That patch there is the AmeriCal division. That's the division that I belonged to in Vietnam. That patch there is the 198th Light Infantry patch, and that was my unit in Vietnam. The medals that you see here on the top row are the 2 Purple Hearts that I received for being wounded in Vietnam, the 2 Bronze Stars that I received for my action in battle. The bottom row, the CIB. The CIB is right there, okay? And if you look at my forearm, it's right there also. Okay, it's tattooed into my skin. The CIB is a combat infantry badge. You only get that if you served in active combat in the United States Army, okay? You don't get it for going to school, you get it for fighting, okay? The bottom medals, these 2 medals are, one's my Vietnam service ribbon, one's my, it's another Vietnam campaign ribbon. And there's a silver star in the center of my campaign ribbon that signifies that I served in 5 different campaigns during the war. This is a National Defense Medal. Everybody that joins the military gets that medal. This is a medal that the South Vietnamese gave me. And the medal at the end, well, that's kind of, we're not sure why that's there. That's a good conduct medal. Well, and they gave it to me, and I'm not sure why. Okay. Let's see, this medal here. Okay, that's an expert medal from the military. And I am listed as an expert with the following weapons: a rifle, a pistol, and an M60 machine gun. My original dog tags that I wore when I was in the service is there. And probably my favorite and most important medal in this box. We can get it. Can you make that out right there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a P38 can opener. If you didn't have that, you didn't eat. See, all my food came to me in cans, okay? Small individual cans. P38 was how you open that can so you could eat that food when you're in the jungle. During my tour, you have to realize I was an infantryman. Over 2.5 million Americans served in Vietnam. Less than 20% were the guys who had the rifles and were in the jungle or the rice paddies. Okay, that means over 80% of those that served in Vietnam were either, they were in some place that was semi-safe. Rarely did they see the enemy face to face. Okay, it was at less than 20% that did all the fighting. So when you see a movie in which it kind of depicts everybody running around the jungle with a gun in their hand as a bunch of bull, okay, less than 20% of us were outside, up and close and personal with the enemy. What else? Next question.
I
Did that
mean,
answer everything about the medals?
Yeah, definitely. And I just want to say thank you for your service.
I mean, thank you. Yeah, you really do.
So much.
You really do have a lot of great achievements that you've done throughout your life. I mean, I guess we can kind of change the topic just a tiny bit. I mean, have you done any other hobbies throughout your life or anything that you kind of feel passionate about?
Oh gosh, passionate. My wife is laughing in the background about something, I'm sure. um, I am passionate about hunting. Although I did not touch a gun for my first 10 years after I came back from Vietnam. Okay. I had no desire to touch a gun. When I was in college, for the short time I was in college, I studied criminology because I wanted to get into law enforcement. And when I got home, the last thing in the world I wanted to be was a police officer carrying a gun. Okay. I ended up taking a test and becoming an electrician, and that's what I did until I retired many years ago. Passion now, duck hunting, salmon fishing. These are two things I really enjoy. I enjoy shooting. I enjoy my wife and my family. What else could I be passionate about? And I got a hot rod. So that I'm pretty passionate about too. Okay. Next question.
Yeah, next question. So, what is your favorite book or movie and why?
What is my favorite what?
Book or movie or both.
Mm. Movies. There was a lot of movies made about Vietnam. Probably the best movie, without a doubt, would be When We Were Soldiers. It starred Mel Gibson. It is probably the closest thing that you'll see to actual Vietnam from a battlefield point of view. Other movies about Vietnam, most of them I did not like. Most of them tried to wrap a 10-year war up into 90 minutes, and you can't do that. Okay. When We Were Soldiers, it covers a 3-day battle in Vietnam. The battle took place in October of 1965. There was heavy casualties on both sides. And it was the first major battle that the United States and the North Vietnamese had against each other. Okay. It is an excellent movie. The book is even better. Okay. Next question.
I was just wondering if, other than Vietnam, of course, what places have you visited? And of them, which are your favorites?
Oh, which are my favorite places? Home. That would be number one. I've traveled not a whole lot. I did one good trip through Northern Europe from oh gosh darn, from Amsterdam through Russia, back down through Germany and Poland, through Denmark. Ended up in England at the end of the tour. Okay, so I went through just about every country in Northern Europe, and I enjoyed them immensely. It was a great trip. I've been to Mexico, but not too much. Okay, very little, as a matter of fact. I go to Canada almost every year. I do enjoy Canada immensely. Okay. Yes, my wife just informed me because of the salmon fishing. Okay. But I also enjoy Canada a lot for just the area and the people. I do not like hot, humid weather. I had enough of that in 1968. Okay. I enjoy cooler weather, and I enjoy the Northwest. Okay. So, for as far as states go, I've been in quite a few different states. Outside of California, my favorite would be Montana, the western side of Montana, which is the Rocky Mountain side. Um, I enjoyed fishing and hunting in Montana a lot. Okay. As far as hunting goes, I'm an like I said, I didn't touch a gun for 10 years after I came back from Vietnam. And I slowly got back into hunting because I wasn't comfortable walking through the woods with a gun. Okay. I hunted for probably, I don't know, 8 years at the most for big game. And at the end of 8 years, I put my rifles away and strictly duck hunt and bird hunt now. Okay. Next question.
Do you have anything that you're looking forward to in like the coming years or?
Breathing. I'd like to do that as long as possible.
I mean, I think that's a priority for many people.
My wife asked me, what do you want to do when this virus is over? And we both agree. The first thing I want to do is hug my grandchildren and hug my children. I'm not allowed to do that now because of this virus, and it upsets me. I miss my family.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have children? How old are they? Are they like adults now or?
Oh yeah. They're my son took after me. He's an electrician in San Francisco, like I was. I'm fortunate. Both of my kids live somewhat close to us. Marty lives in Clayton. My daughter Kelly lives in Walnut Creek. Okay. So they're all very, very close, and that I'm blessed with.
How old are your grandchildren?
Oh my gosh. Jesse's 14. And she'll be 14 in January. Are you sure?
Yes.
No. She's a year behind Mickey. She'll be 15 or 16 in January. Okay.
Mickey just turned 16.
See what happens when you get old? You forget everything. My grandson is 3 years younger than my granddaughter. 2.5. And that's it, just 2. Like Noah told the rabbits, only 2.
And then what's one message that you would want like younger generations to know?
We live in a very, very tough time right now. We have an election going on that is going to shape this nation. I'm not going to talk politics, but I can tell you, if you love your country, get involved with it. And don't get involved heavily on one side or the other. Learn both sides, because they both lie. Okay? Listen closely and find the truth in life. Okay? This is a wonderful country. As much as people have been trying to screw it up for the past year, or 3 years, or 4 years, or whatever, this is a wonderful country. This is the country I fought for. This is the country I love. Okay? Of all the places I've been, this is the country I want to live in. Okay? Be aware of what's around you and try to be as good of a person as you can be. That's it.
Definitely very well put.
Yeah.
No other questions?
You forgot to mention you've been to Switzerland and Ireland.
Oh, yeah. My Irish wife just wanted me to inform you that, yes, I've been to Ireland too.